So, my main reasoning that Earth is hell, and I didn't have to hear any stories of the real Adam and Eve story. It doesn't even matter. What matters is what goes on. And there's just way too many people that are tortured. I mean, torture. Men torturing their wives. And children tortured by their parents. Just, there's way too much of it. And it's all hidden. People hide things really well. Yeah, if you can get over on a homeless person, all the rich charities did. It's just disgusting to me. That, okay, well, let's say the New Age shit is all real. Every last bit that they say. Well, their vibrational level is the best version of themselves. They're up in the joy, love realm, where you should be. And the, what's the last one? Who cares? Because how are they on the love level? Alright. And how can they be joyful when they know that a hell of a lot of people are suffering and there's victims? So, if you have a real heart, you're going to care about homeless people. And, like the kings and queens, what's the difference between today? The kings and queens and the peasants, what's the difference between today? And the Egyptians, they weren't that nice of people, were they? Making their slaves build them the tombs. And so are the kings and queens, having all the peasants as their slaves. And just society in general. You know, like, you're a slave to the bully in this world, and there's too many bullies. But I mean, I think there's more victims. I think there's a lot of victims everywhere. And like, whatever, I saw a video that, your body's the universe and Santa Claus is in the body. Along with Jesus, Bethlehem. Alright, very interesting, but okay, somebody just came up with it. I mean, the Egyptians knew their stuff. But why they related it to Santa Claus and stuff, I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. I mean, it's like a nice little theory, of you should have good oil going up to your brain. Okay. You shouldn't be living down in your anger down below, which is your lower chakras. You should be living up here in love. Well, if there is any real love in the world, then why were there always so many homeless people, like, throughout history? Why? And everything's hidden too. So abuse is hidden very, very, very well. And that's the main reason I call Earth hell. I don't need to see or hear anything else to know that evil reigns. Because none of my insane abusers had to answer to what the hell they did to me. And they made me want to die. Not me. I don't want to die. They tortured me to death. Emotionally. And physically. And, I like CPTSD, like, along with that, there's a lady on Instagram, and she says it, like, very well. But, I'm just sick to death of no help for a real victim. It's just like, oh my God. I just need help. somebody supporting me. That never happened. Late Susan Chappelle couldn't support me because all the shit in my life. Unfortunately, I was always surrounded by white trash. So, literally, my whole life is white trash people. And I didn't want that. It's just my circumstances, which sucked. And I had nothing to do with it. Life's too hard. Because you're just surrounded by lies. And there's demons in the spiritual realm. What about all the fucking demon-possessed people that are liars? And they suck. And they shouldn't exist. This world sucks. It shouldn't be that... You should not live in that horrifying of an existence, of a world where there is no help. I would say there's no love on the planet, just the fact that there's way too many victims. And there's way too many poor people. If there was love, then there might be a few homeless people. There's not. It doesn't make any sense. So I really look down on the New Age people, just like the fake Christians who say they love Jesus. Well, you're supposed to be a good person. Are they? Now, the chosen ones, they might say something about Jesus, but then they go into, New Age, too. So I do think they can go together. It's just so confusing with me. All I know is my one prayer works. Now I'm questioning the Our Father. I'm questioning, but that is in the Bible, in the New Testament. Dissect that a little bit. I don't get it. It's weird that it's weird, but that God came down and he's tortured for those. See, and it wasn't that Jesus died for everyone's sin. He only died for his chosen ones. Which, why? Why this is hell. Why not just explode it? There's something up. There's something majorly wrong. If the really bad people can be eliminated, that's the problem. In the world, the really, really bad people are in denying lies. And they're horrifying. You can't get any... There's nothing good about them. Since they terrorize other human beings that they choose to be their victims. This world is pretty disgusting. It really is. And I taught myself 2 Peter chapter 3 for so long. Almost a decade. And I still think it's a jewel in the Bible. And I gave up on my God making new heavens and new earth. It makes sense that you should know yourself, and you are basically, your own God, but nobody knows how we exist. And then math comes all together, and I have to watch that one too. It's too confusing. There's, math makes everything worthwhile. It makes sense in this world. Nothing makes sense in this world because of all the torture. To me, oh well, all these people are on their high vibrational level. Well, they should be able to notice the people who are tortured and try to help them out just a little bit. I mean, there's so many of them, right? That are on the joy love level. Well, then why aren't they out there helping out? Just a little tiny bit. I have, all these fucking hell shelters and that's why how's there any love if there's so much torture on the planet? It doesn't make any sense. And then people shut up about all the abuse. And it's all hidden. Anyway, so whatever conspiracies are really going on, they're all hidden. And the people who have all the money are capable of easily of doing that. This world's so fucked up. And makes no sense at all. And